What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology forecast for the weekend of October 16th and the 17th of 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you had a good week. Ready for this weekend. We are going to see that Sun square Pluto this weekend. Coming off a trine with Jupiter, though. Mars is working on a trine to Jupiter. Mars is getting ready to square Pluto. There's definitely gifts out there. I think that this is kind of about you really believing in the future that you can create through intense times. You know, kind of seeing where everything's going, and keeping a positivity and holding faith too. With a moon in Pisces this weekend could be very important. Let's take a look at Saturday. We're going to see the sun come to 23 degrees of Libra. So we're definitely contemplating and thinking a lot about the relationships and our relationship to ourselves. And even with the sun coming off that trine over to Jupiter, you know, there's still that separating energy. There's still, you know, positivity that can be coming in, but we have to understand it within ourselves. Mercury is stationing and going to go direct on Monday at this 10-degree mark. So very slow Mercury this weekend, as I think we're really trying to internally process the belief of where our future can go and the belief of where relationships can go. We're going to see Venus in Sagittarius make a sextile to that Mercury. There really is this like open door to relationships right now in the expanse, and the beauty that we can find if we're willing to go on the journey without weighing things out to oblivion, and getting ourselves like kind of just stuck in the mud with Mars quincunx Neptune. This will be the final day. So the Saturday definitely has some chill out energy with a moon in Pisces. Like, all right, let's kind of feel into where things are going. I think that, you know, it can be a kind of sensitive day, while also, you know, really thinking about what we're trying to create, what we're trying to bring in to the vision of life that we want to create. So definitely gets intense. The sun's, you know, going to square Pluto this weekend. It's a deep dive. Maybe we're feeling like there's a little bit of death and rebirth energy within our personal lives, and how we relate that personal life to the world and to people and to groups and to society. Definitely has that chill out energy, and the moon will square Venus. So I feel like Saturday's, you know, relationships are going to be definitely kind of at the forefront of everything that's going on, and how we relate our values with others. And wow, where's the journey going? I think that, you know, Saturday is a lot of questions about what the journey looks like, where's it going, and kind of just having to surrender, and have some faith that if you're doing the right things and taking in the information that makes the most sense to you, that feels right within your soul, that it's going to work out, maybe through hard decisions. I feel like, you know, when you get Libra and Saturn in square, especially with these defining energies, and Pluto, it is coming to really big decisions in our life that justify and bring beauty for the next steps up the mountain. What's that going to look like? We're not really sure. In the helio chart, we're right there with Saturn square Uranus, and Uranus is in Taurus retrograde. It's just a unstable. You know, there's so much instability to our physical realm right now that we all we really have is our faith. And the moon will also sextile that Uranus today. And, you know, I would say that's pretty nice, because it's like if we're open to these different doors and avenues, we can do the things, but we have to know our individuated worth. I think the unconventional road to life right now is still the way to go. And we can be bouncing out like two worlds, like the known world and then the new world. It's like we just don't know where things are going, and that can bring up anxieties or fears, or feeling like a deep sort of cleanse this weekend. But hopefully it's more of a spiritual cleanse, as we will see the moon also quincunx Mercury, and Venus is starting to quincunx over to Uranus. So there's definitely just some interesting energy that's trying to work together between our mind, how we relate, what we want with others, what we want with people, society, where the government's going, where control factors are going, and then trying to like just remember, you know, how much control do we really have? We have control over ourselves, our mind, our choices, and everything that we do, but there's so much outside of us that we can get worried about or anxious about, and the value is really within, and understanding that and going into that expanse to do the right things in your environment that really do make sense is extremely important. I would say, that moon in Pisces is like, hey, we got to feel some things. We got to get into where the current of life is really trying to take us. Where's the bigger plan? And kind of like let go of the expectation of what really the transformation overall looks like, and kind of focus on your own personal transformation and the gift that it is that you even got to experience such a transformation. Could be something that might be beneficial on this Saturday. As we come to Sunday, we see the sun come to 24 degrees. It's going to square off with Pluto. Bang, bang, bang. It's intense. Definitely an intense day. There's decisions that need to be weighed out for the future. There's kind of a plunge into our relationships for sure, and making sure that we're kind of paying attention to the signs, paying attention to the deeper meanings and details behind them. I definitely think, as the sun squares Pluto here and Mars squares Pluto, that, this is activating a lot. I don't want to, talk too much about, really the World War III that's going on is a hidden war. And it has a lot to do with that thing that they put in your body right now that they're trying to force to happen. When Mars was in retrograde in Aries last August, that was when that really got pushed. And then as it squared 2 more times to Pluto with the retrograde into December and January, that was when everything just kicked off with that level. So now we're seeing the other end of it, and it's kind of how we're relating to that and what that's going to look like. So there's going to be a ton more to do with that, and it's important to know your identity, to know your value and your worth. And Mercury is in opposition to Chiron, tight. The day before, Chiron will go, not Chiron, but Mercury will go direct, and Jupiter comes direct this evening at, I believe, like 7:30 Pacific. Do I have a chart for that? I didn't open it, but Jupiter comes direct this evening. And this is, a lot of forward progression. There's a big inertia this weekend as we have now Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, and then Monday morning, Mercury is going to come direct as well. So it's like bang, bang, bang. A lot of forward progression, kind of seeing where the transformation of so many aspects of how we relate to ourselves and others, where's that going? How do we navigate? It's surrender moments. We're going to see the moon. It's kind of wild that we see the moon with Neptune while the sun squares Pluto. And then we also see the moon and Neptune. They are in a sextile to that Pluto as well as quincunxing the sun and Mars. There's just really weird energy around where the transformation of our life is going. And we have to like surrender to it, and it's kind of a chill time. Like, I don't think we definitely want to be paying attention. We want to be smart. 24 degrees is definitely a master degree of Libra and Venusian relating energy. Like, every way that we've ever related is to just society and to life is going through a very interesting process right now. And I don't know, we have to be open to it, and we have to trust in it. We have to be connected, I think, spiritually this weekend. For whatever is just trying to get shown up or mandated. I think next week is really where we see a press of power. So this is almost like a get back to your spiritual roots, get back into yourself, into your body, truly believe in the future that you can create and co-create with other people, with Jupiter going direct. And yeah, we kind of just have to, let God work the magic. With Moon Neptune, trust your intuition. I feel like it's probably not like a jump to things weekend, but it is a weekend to remember you're a spiritual warrior, you're strong, and you're here for whatever this transformation of our reality looks like. And that's the gift, is just being open to the strange. It's like, let's just see what the strangeness of reality can bring us, even with a Jupiter direct in Aquarius. It's odd. It's odd times. There's odd energy. Even the next 20 years, when we look at like Jupiter and Saturn meeting in Aquarius, it's just gonna be different. It's not gonna be the society, everything that we thought and we were so used to over the 20 years prior, which was a Jupiter Saturn in Taurus. I mean, that was all about kind of the glam and the money. It's just everything's shifting from that world. And I think we want to be as open as we can to the transformation and go into the depths of where, the universe is trying to pull you right now. And it's transforming our lives. So this is kind of where Sunday comes, and it kind of ignites really where the next couple years are. It kind of feels that way with the nodes switching in January. Like, whoa, there's big shifts coming. And this is that deep plunge into really finding your deep eternal power source and how to illuminate that and relate that to the world and relate that to others. And I do think there's there's a lot of positivity that can come from this like plunge. It's like a spiritual deep plunge. But there's a surrender, there's a trust. It's realizing that whatever goes down, it's not like God didn't love us. This is definitely a time, I think, this weekend to really settle yourself, calm yourself, try and get out of any anxious moments, and really define your life by your connection and intuitively where that's trying to take and manifest and show you something unconventional. Because dun dun dun, it's getting intense. So, but we can thrive in intense times. We have to believe in a lot of ways with Jupiter coming direct that we came here to do just that, to expand and go and grow through the weird, out of the normal, strange circumstances that are really about how we find new ways forward and connect to that without just doing the same thing over and over again. We've been doing the same thing as a race for a long time, as a species, and evolution has a funny way of forcing change, and here we are. So I hope you have a great weekend. Sending you all my best. We got the Three of Pentacles. I think it's time to just let's see where things can build in our life. Let's be excited for what's building. Maybe we don't have the full, architectural plans to the drawings of our life right now, but you know what? Let's be open to it. Let's be excited. I think that this is a transformation that it's so divinely orchestrated. We were all meant to transform every aspect of ourself in this time and kind of go about things from a different perspective. So maybe that different perspective is kind of showing you how to keep the things moving and who's trying to build with you. There's a teamwork aspect to that card too, and there's a lot of Libra and Aquarius energy. So it's not necessarily we have to do all this stuff on our own. We just have to find people that want to expand and grow and be positive through, really interesting times. In Helio, we're seeing Pluto now at 26 degrees this weekend. So never seen that before in our lives. It's a serious degree. We're going to see some serious things go down that we're going to have to relate to. Why did we get that card? More Pentacle energy. I guess there's a lot going. There might be some crazy stuff with money this weekend because, we got the Nine of Pentacles. I think that this is where we can really create. Like, this is the thing. We got to continue to build and work towards this future that we're looking for. And it can really bring a lot of abundance. It can bring, exactly what you're looking for, but maybe it's a little different, maybe it's more focused on, maybe the greatest value right now is more about the people that you're connecting to and working with than just the physical. But I think with that, we can get the physical that we're looking for. So see overall for this weekend. 10 of Wands in reverse. I don't know. It just seems like we're dealing with karma from the collective. And many of us are dropping the weight. And some of us have to kind of go back and pick up a couple pieces along the way to make sure that we kind of have ourselves all figured out. And maybe that's part of this, Sun Pluto square that we see on Sunday is really getting down to the essence of what you're taking with you into the future and what you no longer need, what's maybe holding back creative energy or just weighing you down. I think, we're seeing certain aspects of life just they're going away, and it's about what the beautiful new things you can build and work towards can really bring you, and having the positivity to believe and trust and have faith that they will come. So, sending you all my love and best. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will catch you for the weekly and for the horoscopes next week. Much love. Peace.